Um, it's another podcast session, and like we all know, it's a season of love and tears. So you choose the category you fall into. So right here with me today, I have Oma and I have Engineer Kelvin. Oma, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. It's lovely to be on set here.
Looking beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Sir Kelvin. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Thank you. So very quickly, yes, we have a very, very interesting topic right before us, and we are speaking as Christians, and we know what the season is all about. Yes, so I have a question here for two of you. Is romance being underrated or overrated in Christian faith? What do you have to say? Do you feel romance is being underrated or overrated? So let me hear from you.
I think first of all, before we even decide if it's overrated or underrated, it's understanding what exactly romance is, having an understanding. Personally, I think romance is a summation of our acts of love towards the people we care about in general. So that includes your act of service and words of affirmation, quality time, everything that sums up the way in which you express affection to your significant other. For me, is romance. In terms of it being underrated or overrated, I think we do have a gap when it comes to comprehension, understanding what it is about. As we've seen most of the time, is we tend to shy away from such discussions, conversations, especially amongst, us as believers, the Christian faith. We tend to have it reserved for just certain people, most especially the married people. We tend to feel like, that's something that they get to participate in, and every other person is like, why are we even talking about it in the first place? So, I think for me, it's having an understanding, the comprehension of what romance is.
You're not saying it's underrated or overrated?
I still do feel sometimes it's underrated. Underrated, yes.
Okay.
We tend to underrate, yes, romance.
So I have this next question, and it's about who is more romantic, to the men and women. So what do you have to say about this?
I personally think women are more expressive. Women are more romantic. Women tend to, when it comes to their significant other, do not know how to hold back and just give their all.
Give their all.
Exactly. Especially within the society and the cultural context we find ourselves. It feels like women are even pretty much raised, groomed to take on the desires of their significant others. So I believe strongly that women are a lot more romantic, a lot more expressive when it comes to their love than men. Men, on the other hand, have been conditioned by society to be reserved, to be the more masculine you are, the more tougher you have to be. There's even a term that's used these days, exactly, where fellow men will call their men, the others, Sims, just because they're more affectionate or more expressive with their love. So I don't know, I'm not going to speak for him, but I'm speaking for my own self. I reckon, and I strongly believe that women are much more romantic than men.
Okay, that's a very beautiful answer. So what do you have to say about this?
What do I have to say? Is this a journey that you don't want to start? Because now you are living, I'll be honest with you, you are not living, if maybe in the 90s you say you get the statement that you are living in a maze home, you might have been right, do you understand? But now you are in this century, you are living in maze home.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You are living, because why? Almost everything is centered around the women. So if I'm telling you now that men are more romantic than women, now you will argue with me, because do you know why? I will tell you the reason why you argue it with me. You will tell me that it's a lie. You will prove, because you said society has proved that women are more expressive. But no, because your own definition or your own the way you see expression to be, what you have defined expression to mean, will differ from what a man's word we define expression to be. Like now, you might expect a woman now, she will love you. She will come and tell you, oh, I love you. She will act all those extra, now she will do those things for you. But a man, now, for you, that is an expression of what? Romance. True of us, you can be excited. Oh, I love you. You'll be shaking, feeling butterflies in your tummy. Now, for a man, a man that you feel that is not romantic, like you said, like you claim, but a man can just come and tell you that he loves you with a statement of providing for your basic need. He can just come to your home and maybe he will see that your family is. He will show concern, provide. That he might not say words. Most men do not really talk per se. Do you understand? They are not talkatives in nature. Do you understand? Which is where women have a problem. Because why? For most of them, they feel that the expression, they are excited. That is the only kind of expression they want, that vocal thing. But for a man,
so
it's not really so.
Two truths can coexist. You can also show and perform actions, but you can also back it up with your words as well.
Especially
when you go together.
Exactly.
It's all about understanding your significant other.
Actually. It's not that man to provide. Man is meant to
provide. No doubt. Like I said, did I argue with you? No, I'm just telling you that as a man, now you see the reason why I say we are moving in the women's world, we are living in the woman's world, because you see everything that you both are saying now is still going back to the woman. Understanding the woman. Do you understand? Giving the woman what she wants.
I don't
but you see that romance is not in that direction only, it's not one-sided.
No one ever said
yes, now you agree that romance is not one-sided. Good and fair. Now let me now finish. As a man, the way I will show romance, I will express it, might differ to you.
Yeah,
as a lady. Do you understand? Nah, that does not mean that I'm not romantic. True of us.
But does your significant other understand that your actions are romantic? Because that's the way the person loves to receive. At the end of the day, romance is all about service. Am I wrong? Am I right? It's all about service. It's all about, okay, I'm performing actions that make you see and feel loved. In the same way they would perform actions that make you see and feel loved.
True. No doubt. I agree with you.
Okay. So yes, you think men are more romantic?
I stand by that men are more romantic than women.
So how?
From what you just defined now, instead of us just dancing, what you just defined now, let me explain, let me break it down for you in a tiny bit. Now, you just said understanding your significant other, right? Do you get? And we talk about service, knowing what the person wants. Do you understand? Do you know that the reason, like that's what I'm trying to point out to you people that you don't want to hear now. Do you know the reason why you will say that the man is not romantic? Do you know that even despite you wiping the feet of a man, do you know that for that man now, that might not necessarily be romance to him? Do you know? Because now we have brought out romance to an individual now. You understand? We have carried it, and it's not general, it's just specific. Do you understand? Yeah. Now, for that individual, do you know that? Because now, how you feel romance to be now, you might feel that the way you were cautioned, you tender, you attend to his need, you understand? But do you know that how you are attending to his need might not truly be romance for that man?
But romance also grows as love grows. You get to understand.
And that's right. It's all about understanding.
Which is why what I'm standing on now, that you cannot say that one is more romantic than the other. By the way you define romance, because now you should know that the communication, the tactics, the ways differ. So it is not understanding why you might be complaining that your man is not, you are more romantic than your man. Your man in his head is like, I'm doing the best I can. Do you understand? But now that doesn't justify the man. What I'm indirectly trying to say, push across to you now, is that do not limit a man's romantic gestures to what you define as romance for you, for yourself. Sometimes you should still put this thing factor. Yes.
It's clear. So she explained that for the women, they are being expressive, and that is what we see as them being romantic.
Mm-hmm.
So for the men, what do you have to say?
In terms of
What's stopping men from being expressive? If you say you love me, loving itself is an action. It's not just a word, right? For example, let's actually come into the Christian context. He says that for God so loved that he gave. There was an action to back up that thing of, oh, I love you. So if you say you love someone, we should see that in your actions as well. And that action should also communicate to the person that you intend on receiving that action, that truly you love them.
I love the part that you said, let's come from a Christian angle. Now, let me not speak from a Christian perspective. Provision is an act of what? Love and romance. So a man's way of expressing his love for you or his romance towards you is that he provides for you.
I don't agree with that.
You don't agree, but you agree with your own.
But is that the only way to also?
Yeah, it must be. So I'm trying to tell you that a man's statement of expression. I'm giving you an example, an instance that is why you don't narrow the word expression. That you can't say a man is not expressive because he's not talking the way you are talking. Do you understand? Because now you must know that a man was not built like you. Same way you are not built like a man. Do you understand? Just like the way most at times many persons feel that in a home the woman should also provide, but the woman was not built to provide for the home. Although circumstances might mean that she begins to provide, doesn't make her the provider. Do you understand? So as part of a romantic gesture of a man and a way to express his love for his wife is that he provides for his wife. He provides for that significant other that you may call. Do you understand? That is a statement. That is an expression too. So you cannot say make it not to count at all.
Yes. But we're saying that I agree with you with provision, but that's not the only way to show.
Yes, right? The same way that the way you talk is not the only way for a lady to show what romance.
Yeah, and that's why we say at the end of the day, it's about understanding your significance.
Yes.
Exactly.
That your actions convey the message you're trying to pass.
Yes, your actions and your words too. You cannot just say actions only, but actions must also be backed up with what?
Yes.
Words.
They work together.
They work together, hand in hand.
So in a nutshell,
you cannot say you are wrong for saying that women are more romantic than men.
Why are you wrong for saying that?
Because it is not so. I just explained to you now from the context and from understanding that men are expressive, because the only reason why you feel that women are more romantic than men is because you feel that women express more, women talk more, they are more dramatic. No, but now you must understand that even in a play, even in a drama, there are so many rules. Do you understand? There are silent rules. You have the antagonist, the protagonist, and you have other this thing that makes up a drama. Do you understand? So the fact that a lady is saying maybe doing the lead role in a play doesn't mean that she's the lead actor. Do you understand? Or she's the most expressive person in the play. Does it?
But let me come in here. Are you saying that there is romance without drama?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the drama thing is needed.
I'm not saying there's romance without drama. Mm-hmm. What I'm telling you is now that you can have drama without romance.
Explain. What do you mean by that?
How?
Not even in a movie, not all drama have romance inside of it now.
But it also goes for both genders as well.
Yeah, so
it's not one-sided.
It's not one-sided, so you cannot tell me that, yes.
So we balance it that the men too need to be dramatic.
Of course. And the way they act, what I'm trying to explain to you now is that the way a man acts is different from the way a woman. And you see, the problem here is now that you are not trying to understand this. Now, women want men to act like them.
Not necessary.
No, that is the point of contention here now. Because now you want a man to be expressive just as you are. But now the man is also expressive. Do you understand? He's expressive or not when he provides for you. Is he not expressive? When he gets you the best.
Why do you keep hammering on the whole
this part of provision? I want to bring in the circumstance where a man provides for the home, but then he doesn't give his wife that necessary attention she needs. Even though I understand that the man has responsibilities, he may not be there 24/7. But other things are needed. It's not just provision is, let's say, financial romance. I don't know if I'll put it like that. But there are other things that need to be done.
Now, you see the reason why I use the term provision is a compound word.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
so now explain.
Now, let me tell you, provision is a compound word. Because now, inside provision, you have emotion. Provider simply means whatever the woman needs. A man that loves the woman will go the extra mile to what? Make sure it is available. So now it's of course you can say that when she needs emotional care. Do you understand? That is provision that the man must understand that now my wife needs, or that lady needs what? An emotional care, not financial care. Do you understand? So he provides. That is what makes him a provider. When we talk about a man being a provider, it's not just necessarily meaning money, finance only. So it's a compound word. You see that you just assume. You narrow provision.
Well, we're not clear.
Actually, anyone that hears provision, remember that scripture that says a man that cannot provide for his family is worse than an infidel.
Because the scriptures clearly tell you that it was only money.
That's true.
That's a huge question.
No, you see it because why women want to think how they want to think. Most women, it's like that. This is the problem. This is the problem that I'm checking.
No, also think the way you want to think.
No,
that's what you need to do.
No, I did not.
Just assume.
No, I did not assume it. I did not. I specifically told you. I said and I explained that now it is wrong for you to say that a woman is more expressive or a woman is more romantic than a man. And I gave you where I'm coming from. I told you that based on the reason why women feel that way is because they have a language that they expect. And they feel that because the man is not doing it according to how they expect it, meaning that they are more romantic than a man. And I said that is not true. Because why? Now you see the problem we're having is interpreting how we communicate. Do you understand?
Exactly.
As simple as that.
I believe this question has been well answered. Mm-hmm. Yes, especially when you came with that part of the man understanding more, providing when it's needed.
But I also wanted to add that, based off the conversation we just had, there's always an exception. Even with you saying that there were, women want men to do the things they do the way they do them isn't quite. No, there's a reason why you're mad. There's a certain way I want you to provide emotion that is not the way I want you to be you. I want you to be yourself, be the man in the relationship. So that already is an assumption.
And this is where understanding comes in.
Exactly. This is where the exceptions as well
comes in. And remember, we also said this thing is also kind of individualistic.
Absolutely.
So let's come from there.
So now, can you now say, from what you just explained now, from what you understand, now, personally, can you now say, conclusion that a woman is more romantic than a man? Be honest and definitive with your words.
We leave this for the viewers. Tell us what you have to say about it.